Hello and welcome to another race report on the Zwift Racing League, which is brought to you each week by WTRL, the World Tactical Racing League. For those of you following along at home, you'll know that this season I have not been racing on a B-level bid A team, but this week I raced in A with the Herd of Sacrificial Lambs in Division A3. Racing for the Lambs this week, we had Elcho Bemold. That's who will be following along in this race. That's him in the poor boy cap. Dom Lacey, we'll see him coming a bit through here. Barry Nixon, or Baz, that's him in the orange helmet just in front of Elcho. Tatum Jewel and Nick Bonnet. Apologies to Nick if I have butchered your name. This is me in the teal cap right here. You'll see Dom, he's in a white helmet coming around here. Tatum is also in a white helmet just below, and I think Nick is wearing a black helmet as we follow along on this race. This week's race is a team time trial, so the objective is for the 6 Lambs to get around the Greater London Flat course as fast as we can. Your finishing time is decided by your 4th rider, so it's all about teamwork, sticking together, and smashing it. The Greater London Flat course, not much to be said. It is flat, so we'll just go out, have some crumpets, maybe a cup of tea, and take a couple spins past a big house that some of these people might live in. Alright, so we're just fast forwarding a little bit through the race. This is the mall section of the race. We've just crossed through the lap banner, and you can see we're all together in good form. Dom is taking his pull here, so everything is going pretty well. The de-essing duties for this race were done by Barry Baz Nixon. He did a good job to do this while also racing, which anyone who's done this can testify. It was probably made a little bit more complicated by the fact that this is what his whiteboard looked like. And if you're curious what those numbers on the left mean, they don't mean anything, because apparently Barry had ruined his child's whiteboard by writing on it in permanent marker the last time. So, just to add a bit of context to this race, here are the results from the race 1 jungle dirt race. You can see that the Lambs had come in 4th in that prior race. The 2 top teams were a couple German teams. I imagine they just looked something like this that helped me go faster. And then the team that was directly in front of us is the RR Storming Rhinos. So we're going to have to chase them down like these guys. And so as we are watching this race, you can see right in front of us, you can see the timer on the Rhinos. They started a minute before us, so the smaller that number gets on the right hand side between our front rider and their 4th rider, the closer we are getting to beating them. So for me, this was my first time doing a team time trial with A racers. I am still technically an almost A B racer, and everyone else on our team is a full A racer. So before the race, I kind of asked for a bit of guidance about like how hard should we take pulls and stuff. And so I was like, oh, I do like 400 watts, and that's usually good. So I was like, that seems fine. But like at this point in the race, I was like, every time I'm in the second wheel, I'm doing like already 350 watts, and I thought maybe I was just bad at like Zwift racing. But watching this video back, and you can see that Eljo is doing well over 500, and 350 is probably about right to hold somebody's wheel when they're doing over 500 watt pulls. So glad to see I wasn't crazy. So there isn't too much exciting that happened throughout the race. We stayed together really well. Communication was good. Baz only mixed up the pull order a couple times, which is super easy to do. Trust me, I've done it plenty of times de-essing on my B teams as the captain. So really well done by everyone. This is basically my last pull of the day. I finished with the group, so I took a pull there. And then you'll see me just fall right off the back. I was pretty much like this. Yeah, so that's me dead and the other lambs right away. Yes, I know those are goats, not lambs, but they're adorable and they're funny, so we'll roll with it. So here we go into the last 1,500 meters as we watch the lambs finish this race off. We'll talk a little bit about how he did. Here is the final numbers. We came in second behind the Talent Fry A2 team. We were just only 5.89 seconds behind them and 10 seconds up on the next team behind us, and we definitely put a big hurt on the Rhinos team that we were chasing. So that really worked out in the end for us, a really good result. Looking at the table, this second place result pushed the Lambs into second overall for the season after 2 races, so that is a really good place to be in. I think we're happy like these little guys. Which is of course all lamb for Way to Go team. So awesome work. Thanks so much to my teammates for a great race, for letting us slow B tool around with them. Thanks so much to everybody who's watching, and enjoy your races, everybody. Take care.